Sunita Kejriwal, former IRS officer and the wife of Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, has assumed political center stage after his arrest. She even shared dais with India leaders. She sat next to Sonia Gandhi and delivered a speech at Ram Lila Maidan. IND.I.A catapulted into power on the issue of corruption, and that they will offer an alternative which would be non-dynastic, non-Congress and non-BJP. With Sunita Kejriwal acquiring center stage politically, she does not hold any position in the party, nor she holds a place in the government. But politically, the way Sonia Gandhi assumed importance in 1998 when she just campaigned for the Congress party, will IND.I.A remain any different from Congress? DMK, SP, TMC, BSP, TDP, YSRSP, Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena, NCP, any dynasty-based party. And Sunita Kejriwal articulated the position of Arvind Kejriwal from the dais also. So first let's listen into what Sunita Kejriwal spoke at Ram Lila Maidan.
केजरीवाल जी को इन्होंने गिरफ्तार कर लिया। आपके केजरीवाल शेर है, शेर। ये ज्यादा दिन तक उनको जेल में नहीं रख पाएंगे। करोड़ों लोगों के दिल में बसे हैं केजरीवाल। जिस बहादुरी और साहस से वो देश के लिए लड़ रहे हैं, कई बार मुझे लगता है कि आजादी की लड़ाई में वो एक फ्रीडम फाइटर थे जो देश के लिए लड़ते लड़ते शहीद हो गए। इस जंग में भी केजरीवाल जी को शायद भारत मां के संघर्ष के लिए भेजा है। सभी लोगों का आशीर्वाद और प्यार भरपूर मिल रहा है मेरे पति को। अपना ये आशीर्वाद बनाए रखना। भारत में ये तानाशाही नहीं चलेगी। हम लड़ेंगे, जीतेंगे।
BJP also alleged that Sunita is in race to succeed the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. Union Minister Anurag Thakur said she is Rabri 2.0 version. Saurabh Bharadwaj defended IND.I.A and gave a different perspective on this position.
पहले जो बाकियों को परिवारवादी पार्टी कहते थे, पर अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने बता दिया कि पत्नी राजनीति में भी नहीं थी, लेकिन राबड़ी देवी की तरह सुनीता जी अब राजनीति में आने की इच्छुक लगती हैं। मैंने बहुत दिन पहले कहा था राबड़ी 2.0 यानी कि श्रीमती केजरीवाल है।
अभी पूरा कैंपेन चलाया जाएगा कि मुख्यमंत्री पद से इस्तीफा दें। जैसे लोकपाल के समय पे जब लोकपाल पास नहीं हो पाया और मुख्यमंत्री जी पे दबाव बनाया गया कि इस्तीफा दीजिए, और इस्तीफा दे दिया तो कहा कि भाग गए। तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी की ये पॉलिसी रही है कि इस तरह से इस्तीफा बनाया जाएगा, एक ट्रैप बिछाया जाएगा। मगर क्योंकि भाभी ही मुख्यमंत्री जी से अब तिहाड़ जेल में मिल पाएंगी, उनसे उनकी बातचीत हो पाएगी, पार्टी की तरफ से वो ही संदेश ले जा सकती हैं मुख्यमंत्री जी के पास और मुख्यमंत्री जी का संदेश ला सकती हैं। तो उनको सभी विधायकों ने कहा कि जब आज आप मुख्यमंत्री जी से मिलें, आपकी वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग पे बात हो, तो आप मुख्यमंत्री जी को ये संदेश सारे विधायक साथियों की तरफ से दीजिएगा कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री थे, अरविंद केजरीवाल जी दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री हैं और अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ही दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री रहेंगे।
On Tuesday, 55 AAP MLAs met Sunita Kejriwal, urging her to convey the message to Delhi CM not to resign. All these developments had a potential shift in the internal dynamic of Aam Party, which means that most of the decisions are being communicated by Sunita Kejriwal, and she has become the fulcrum around which the politics of Aam Aadmi is now moving. So is Aam Aadmi Party different from any other party? Is Aam Aadmi Party forsaking the advantage it enjoyed, that it's not a party of dynasty? The children and the wives will not have a center space. It can be said of any political party apart from the Congress, apart from the BJP, that this party is a party of mother and son, father and son, other relationships. But Aam Aadmi Party actually came on a different plank. Now with Sunita Kejriwal coming at the center, will AAP also end up becoming like other political parties in India, led by families, in this case husband and wife duo? On this issue, I am joined by Ratan Sharda, author and political analyst. In my studio, I am joined by Brijesh Pandey, my input editor. Mr. Sharda, your comments on it?
Well, Kartikeya, I think answer doesn't lie very simply in saying that she has become Radhi 2 or Maharani 2 in OTT platform. It's a little, I would put a little more analysis rather than, score any points. See, he was always a crafty and slippery politician. If you see his stance after he moved away from Anna, his stand on various issues, how he keeps on turning and taking U-turns. And from my internal interactions, many of the senior leaders who left AAP, who were equal to him, were founding members. They found that he was very intolerant. He was also very insecure. You can look at Prashant Bhushan, Ashutosh, Mayank Gandhi, Kapil Mishra, Kumar Vishwas, etc. So basically, he has never been Democrat. That's very clear. And now those leaders who are left there are those who are on his mercy and who have no popular standing of their own. Now, if you, for a party which aspires to be main challenger to BJP in 2029, to simply give up any pretense of democratic party at a very critical juncture passes a very, very poor signal to the people who believe that AAP can be a real challenger or real democratic alternative to BJP. See, other parties never claim to be different. They never said we are democratic. They never claimed that they are beyond dynasty. They are very open about it. But in his case, he has taken complete U-turn. And look at his, sign of megalomania. What else could be that? That a lady who makes very ridiculous speeches, who has not been trained yet in any other politics, and junior ministers who have none of their standing, are not even speaking, are not even saying anything. And whether you can expect any kind of rebellion, I do not know. But if there were something like this, somebody who would have liked to be the main convener of the party, and imagine Arvind Kejriwal talking of decentralized politics and not taking responsibility, different people taking different responsibility, and has never given up the post of convener of AAP, which basically means boss of AAP. So person who has never left party on its own, never given any leader a chance, leader who was strong or thrown out, signs were there of an intolerant dictator kind of party chief. But now suddenly totally giving up any pretense is very disappointing. But I wanted somebody to be really challenging BJP on a turf where it can. But unfortunately, it has become worse because others never pretended.
I think there can be other side of it. Is it also a reflection of the way majority of Indian parties function, Brijesh, in this country?
Well, Kartikeya, I would say that anybody who has high hopes from resolution should read George Orwell's Animal Farm. I think it's a Bible on that, and it'll clear your head of what exactly happens at the end of any promised fatherland, motherland, or a different political party. So I think that would pretty much sums up what I think of the revolutions and what comes after revolutions. See, the second thing is that, if you look at regional parties and if you look at national parties, Kartikeya, whether we accept it or we don't accept it, the fact is that it is always the charisma of one man or a one woman which runs or propels the party into a particular direction. All the regional parties are product of one person's charisma. And unfortunately, as it may be, that mantle to run the party has always been passed on to the blood relation, whether he is capable of doing it or not. If he is not capable, the party disintegrates into the third generation. If he is capable, he takes it to another level. And that is precisely what is happening. If you remember, Samajwadi Party Supremo passed on the mantle to his son and not to his brother, who was supposed to be the nuts and bolts man. I completely agree with Mr. Sharda when he says that the reason why Kejriwal comes under question or comes under question mark is the fact that, none of these parties preached holier than thou thing. And Kejriwal always promised that he and his policies and his politics is going to be 180-degree different from the politics of other regional and national parties. Unfortunately, that did not happen, and that is the reason why he is under bigger scanner than any other political party right now as we speak.
Okay. Mr. Sharda, do you think that the AAP is on verge of losing this valued halo that it's a party which represents an alternative?
Definitely, Kartikeya. Where is the halo left? It was already not there. Their behavior during the CA agitation, it showed them as an anarchic party. Their claim of doing some welfare is slowly being exposed by the kind of scandals that are coming up. Even the latest scandal about hospital that never was. So if all this is happening, that halo is anyway gone. But unfortunately, the freebie politics of Delhi has a solid vote bank which will still vote for him. But as a national perspective, I think he has lost the charisma and the halo that he carried on him, because of course he always held the halo himself at his back. It was never given by the people, or it is with all the help of media being fed with a lot of advertisement, etc., where nobody has questioned his behavior. He asked everybody to go to ED. He asked everybody to resign. But here is, he never went to ED. He was taken there, kicking and being dragged there. And then from there, he wants to run the government. All these are signs that AAP is not very different. That really is disappointing.
Okay. But I would say, Brijesh, that when we look at the rise, and I'm not saying the downfall of the Aam Aadmi Party, it is also telling us that somewhere the top level structures have become weak. The leaders, the pantheon of the leaders which existed is not there. Though have the numbers in assembly, but then it has thinned out.
Kartikeya, you can look at it that way, but there's another way to look at it. See, the point is, when you're occupying the top post, the option for you is extremely limited. The reason why the mantle is always passed on to son or to wife or to somebody else is because people know how slippery power can be and how quickly you can fade into oblivion if you're not holding that power. See, whether you like it or you don't like it, Kejriwal still remains the numero uno in the Aam Aadmi Party. And I disagree with Ratan Sharda ji when he says that the halo has diminished, because they have also been able to project themselves as, as somebody who's being victimized, somebody who's being hounded by the Enforcement Directorate. And the fact is that right now what is happening is that Arvind Kejriwal is at the throes of the fact that, how far forward can he take his politics. If he's able to win even one single seats in Delhi, I think that will be a big shift in the national politics as far as Arvind Kejriwal is concerned. Look at his growth.
But do you expect Sunita to take a center stage?
See, the point is that she's the one who's communicating to Arvind Kejriwal, because she's wife of Arvind Kejriwal. So the court has said that she's the one who will communicate other than the Arvind Kejriwal's lawyer. So any message which has to be passed to the party, to the leader, has to be passed through Sunita Kejriwal. This also makes sure that your hold on the party or the party structure doesn't weaken.
But what did you make of when Sunita went to Ram Lila Maidan and she spoke? Because it was very Sonia Gandhi, Sunita Kejriwal and Hemant Soren's wife.
See, the thing is that what they're trying to do is that they're trying to tug at people's emotional cord, saying that, that these are the wives whose husbands have been wronged by the government. This is what I can make of what the Aam Aadmi Party or JMM or Congress is trying to make. And this is the reason why you see Sunita Kejriwal more on the center stage, because Arvind Kejriwal, whether BJP likes it or not, he knows the pulse of the people in Delhi. He may lose the Lok Sabha election, but going by the kind of result, the reverse result it has in Assembly and MCD election, it nowhere suggests that his hold is getting weakened on the party apparatus, or his popularity is waning.
I think you very well summed up. I think they wanted to catch upon the sympathy, but I don't think that it'll be very easy for Sunita Kejriwal to do what Lalu Prasad Yadav was able to do, because those are first of all different times, and it also depends on the position which the Aam Aadmi Party has taken. At that point of time, there was a shift of power. At this point of time, Aam Aadmi has decided that they will not let Kejriwal resign. So the matter might go to court and not the legislative cell of the party.
There is no matter to go to court, because the High Court has clearly said that this is, see, it can be ethically wrong, But there is no law which prohibits you until unless you are convicted from being the chief minister.
So which means that it also creates a caveat for LG, it also creates a caveat for Home Ministry. They have the space to act rather than, it can become sub judice later, but they definitely have the space to act. But nonetheless, it's a strategy. Jury is out. What happens will be decided by the people very soon, because Lok Sabha elections have commenced. But then it's a risk that Aam Aadmi Party has taken. But nonetheless, it is fraught with one big issue, and that is, if they deploy Sunita Kejriwal for motions, will they be any different for other political parties?